Hey, we're back with the Everything Wellness Show. I am Tracy Knight, and in the studio today, we're going to talk about your children. We're talking about your children's teeth with awesome Dr. Yo Doc.
How are you, Tracy?
I'm good.
Good. Thank you for inviting me on.
I'm excited. You know, we share the same station,
yes.
So, you know, we ran into each other in the parking lot, we started talking about it, and we have a lot in common when it comes to wellness, you know.
That's exactly right.
And we were talking about cholesterol, we were talking about heart disease, and you were talking about gum disease.
That's exactly right.
And how part of the gum. Go ahead and explain what you were telling me.
Most definitely. And by the way, I'm going to have you on my show as well. Cool. So listeners, you all we want to try to swallow up all of your Saturday mornings on the radio. So at some point, Tracy is going to be on my show. My show is at 1 o'clock.
That's right.
It's called the Dr. Marrio Show. I'm a general practitioner dentist here in the city, and just like Tracy, I felt that there was a need to do a show about the mouth. I happen to believe that the mouth is probably one of the most important parts of your body.
It is.
Not because I'm a dentist, but because it is. Maybe probably about 99% of anything that you put inside of you goes through your mouth first.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I mean, it passes your lips, your teeth, over your tongue, and down your throat.
And I brushed my teeth this morning.
Very, very good. Very, very good. And there are some important things that have happened, that have been happening that people are just not aware of. One of the first things that goes awry on a person, particularly if they're stressed out, if they're not taking care of themselves, is the mouth. And they have now linked some conditions to bacteria from the mouth. A couple of the major ones is stroke and heart disease.
Wow.
They're finding the same bacteria that is in the mouth with people who have what we call periodontal disease or gum disease. They're finding this bacteria around the heart. They're finding it in the brain, causing strokes. And people need to know that if you're not taking care of your mouth, if you have gum disease, that bacteria has access to your system. The gum disease is caused by bacteria, and it's caused by plaque buildup, which turns into what we call calculus. Okay. If the plaque, which is soft starting out, if it turns hard, we call it calculus. It turns into what we call calculus. You will not be able to remove that calculus. If it's on your teeth, your body is going to send blood to your mouth to try to get rid of it. Everything inside of you, your immune system, of course, it's inside of your blood. So your body's going to send blood there. The problem is your body is just not, the blood is not acidic enough to get rid of that calculus because it's hard. It's like a rock. When I have patients into the office and we remove that calculus, I actually take a piece of it and I put it in the patient's fingers and I say, feel that.
Wow.
And everybody goes, wow, that's in my mouth? I say, yes, that's in your mouth. Your body cannot get rid of it. Wow. So therefore, there is a constant process of the body sending blood, sending blood, sending blood. And it's always in a state of emergency.
Wow.
Because it can't remove that calculus. If you don't get it treated, you develop what we call gum disease, periodontal disease.
That's interesting.
Now, because you've got a lot of blood coming to your mouth, guess what? You've got bacteria in your mouth. That bacteria now has access to your system. And that's what's happening. If that bacteria gets into your system, it can cause a lot of damage inside your body. There are days where you're probably not feeling well. It may be because you've got periodontal disease and bacteria is entering into your system.
You know, and it's interesting because I tell people on a daily basis, and like when I was talking to the jury selection folks yesterday, it was if you have an issue going on, don't look at the problem. Try digging inside a little bit and finding out what's going on, because it could be in your mouth, it could be in your stomach, it could be something that you, and it's not necessarily like the Indians. They take cayenne pepper for an acid, and I thought that was interesting. And I started thinking about it. I was like, it's not the pepper that's the issue. It's what we're eating that is the issue. And of course, like you said, you put everything in your mouth. And kids having candy, you go to the bank, and I'm like, I went to the bank one day and I was like, here, I got this at Whole Foods. Here's a pack of these sugar-free, healthy, organic, live balls. Yeah. I was like, please give these out to my child. Don't care, because this is costing me money. You know?
And you hit the nail on the head right there. Because much of my program is about prevention.
Correct.
I'm trying to get people to see that what dentistry really should be about. Dentistry should not be about you having to come into the office and have a tooth removed or have a root canal done. It should actually be more of a preventative type of deal where we're checking you, we're taking x-rays, we're doing cancer screenings, we're looking at your gums, making sure everything's okay. If there is a little problem, we'll take care of it then. I hear a lot of people say dentistry is expensive. And I always go, no, dentistry is not expensive. Neglect is expensive.
Exactly.
If you are neglecting your mouth and you come into the office and I'm sitting there and I'm counting, 32 teeth and all of them need a filling, yeah, you're getting ready to spend some money because you've not been doing what you need to do at home to take care of those teeth.
And not only about it's neglect with your body, period.
Exactly
and it starts with your mouth. It starts the preventative tools. I mean, it's a physical. It's your teeth. It's your eyes. It's a physical. And to get the blood work, see what's going on. And not just treat the problem when you get it. Like I in my line of profession, I get people with diabetes, cancer, high blood pressure, heart attacks. They've already addressed. They're like, my doctor says I have to lose weight. I have to lose weight. And I go, okay. So, you're gonna stop doing this so that we can do this, so that we can move forward in life now, and with the preventative tool with teeth, I am a person that I go every 6 months, and I've never had a cavity, and I refuse to have a cavity, but I don't take in the sugars either, and with my daughter, I ask people, I'm like, can you just do me the favor and not give her the sugary foods if you don't mind. We don't have Cokes, we don't have Diet Cokes, we don't have any of that stuff. And that's another thing is that even with hyperactivity disorders and etc., you have the sugars, and then here you are. It just all comes back to the mouth when it comes down to it.
Yeah, and things like sodas, you're getting a double whammy with those. You have the sugar and you also have the acid that's in the sodas, and it's attacking our teeth. There's some people who drink 12 sodas a day.
Oh my goodness gracious. They actually tell you this?
Yes, they actually will tell you how many sodas they drink.
I can't believe they even admit it.
They've made themselves believe that they need it. And in some instances,
they think it's water.
Right. In some instances, they actually do, because now their body is craving that sugar. It's craving that acid, that feel that acid gives you on the back of your throat.
It's an addiction at this point?
It's almost like an addiction.
Wow.
And they're just destroying, and it's evident when they open up, and I can see that their teeth are destroyed because of the acid attack and the sugar that's feeding the bacteria. And on top of that, they're not taking care of themselves.
Exactly.
So, it got to a point where I go, okay, wait a minute. Something has to be done about this. Somebody has got to start to, say this to the masses somehow, which is why the radio show came about. And which is why I'm glad you invited me here, because again, we're interconnected. It's all about taking care of yourself. Teaching your children, listeners, is the best way to start them out on a healthy route. That's probably one of the first lessons your kids learn, is how to take care of their teeth.
I remember third grade, the dentist came in with the big, huge teeth and the big, huge toothbrush, and I can't remember what he said, but I just remember those pearly whites. But you have a method that you have instilled in just kids, and it's a rap, like a rap song, and you have a CD coming out, and you have an ungodly amount of things going on.
Too many.
So what's going on with that?
I actually, for the last 2 years, I've been doing rap shows at the elementary schools and the junior high schools. And I actually rap. I'm known as the rapping
And
dentist.
They can actually remember raps.
That's exactly right.
Because it's almost like a subliminal message of
take care of yourself. I don't necessarily teach in the raps. I've taken the music that they normally hear, and I put my lyrics to it. and I talk about teeth some form of fashion in each song. Now we've got a full CD coming out, and there are a couple songs that are about sports because I'm a big sports nut.
All right. What's your favorite sport, by the way?
Well, I played football in college.
Okay.
But I love football and basketball. I mean, it's football. I love it. Basketball, I love it.
I do every sport except for football. I wasn't a football thing, but I did every sport. So go ahead.
Yeah, and I like tennis too. My daughters play tennis.
Oh, cool.
And so I became a fan of tennis when I had all girls.
Yeah.
So I couldn't strap a helmet on them, and you know.
I guess you could, you know.
You're right. And my wife, yeah.
I don't know. I played at the racket club a couple of times with those guys, and I'm like, oh, I think I need a helmet.
Yeah, my daughters, they trained there for a year or two at the racket club. So, but I love tennis. Love watching tennis. Once you understand the game, it really gets into you. But the CD. One of the songs that we're really going to push is called Brush Your Donkey Teeth. And the kids absolutely love it.
Makes a lot of sense.
So you want to use the van? I think the van would be a better background.
Yeah, I like it better. Than because we can never get a good angle on that sign.
Well, the sign
looks
isn't
like a for sale sign too. Like
I know,
I was like, is this the right place? Oh, yes.
Is this building for sale? Ooh, this is a nice building.
I thought, oh, is it for sale?
So yeah, the van would be better because it's a big.
You taped that, did you?
Yeah, this is all. This won't go on the official YouTube. It'll go.
Never let me back on the property.
We did grass shots last week, and we're filming, and the people at Starbucks and the people that are trying to get their drinks are like, what are they doing? And we're doing weed grass shots, and it's hilarious. And the lady's like, here you go.
Here you go. Thank you.
And the people behind us are like, we just want our drink, you know. We're like all impatient. Like, come on, live a little.
Fine. So yeah.
Cheese.
Say cheese. Right, especially for the dentist, say cheese.
Right.
Right. Do you have any preferred dental smiling things other than cheese?
Other than cheese?
Yeah.
No.
Floss.
Floss doesn't make you smile.
Toothpaste.
This is the one.